So we have who is the MVP evolution. This is going to be another 97. We are looking at 95 on the overall. And we've got make the difference with this Evo. Turning your player item into a game changer. Lead your team to victory and earn the MVP award. I mean, I'm assuming we're going for something like a cam in this one, more so than anything. So we are going to get the playstyle pluses of Tiki Taka and Low Driven. And is that it? I think so. So let's have a look in general. Let's go to some of the golds just to see what we've got. Let's get rid of the loans as well because it's always annoying to see them. So I'm interested to see what are we actually getting from this. So if we go for somebody like Hemp, we are going to get the Tiki Taka and Low Driven. So they're the only two. We are going to go up to 4 at the very minimum. That's always nice. And we're going to go up to a 97. So already I'm interested to see which one this could go for best. So you've got Tiki Taka and Low Driven, Composure up to 96, Attacker positioning to 95, Reactions good, Stamina good, Shot Power, Penalties, Strength, Vision, Ball Control, Dribbling, Jumping, Short Pass. So it's really a cam at the top level. Long shots, bit of short pass, finishing to 96 as well. So so you're going to get the Tiki Taka first, aren't you? So in terms of dribbling, what are we actually getting? Let's have a look at somebody on the lower end just to see. So we end up with 86 up to 91, from 82 to 87 passing, and 3 on the physicality as well. So decent upgrade to say the least. It's not the worst it could be, to be honest. Now, in terms of cards that you're going to get this from, I do like the Low Driven. So whether you've got somebody in mind already, could you go? Because I mean, you could use someone like a Lingard, for instance. So if we go for him, we don't really see, and we get a bit of shooting as well to 96. We don't really get a crazy amount of dribbling. I imagine there might be some dribbling upgrade. It's not like it's taken an overall up, but it could take individual stats up, which is always nice as well. I mean, you could definitely still get away with a winger in this as well. It's not as if it has to be cam. Like, I think you look at someone like Nuno Tavares, it's not the worst option. Like, it's going to get some good shooting upgrade, a little bit on that dribbling and physicality. So it's not the worst. And if you need a double play style plus, getting the Low Driven is going to be perfect as well. But there is going to be a fair amount of options that you can throw this into, to be honest. We could go with someone like Wilson if you've not got her 97 or 98 yet. Granted, it's in the season pass. She's just an example. You're obviously seeing somebody there with obviously some good shooting already, going up a little bit more on the passing, bit more on the dribbling, and a good physicality physique as well. We end up with 89 in the Composure. What was the Composure upgrade? Oh, it's only a +4. So you do need somebody on that higher end already. So that's always going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to be like a nuts Evo where everybody needs to get it done, but this could be a connecting Evo for a lot of players, which could be decent. So let's go over to Foot Bin and see what options do we have then. We're not going to get any of them just yet. Do we have any players at this moment in time? It's not going to show me any. Fantastic. So let's have a look at a Rickens in general. I want to see what his upgrade in comparison to this one is, because we've already got some good pace. Obviously, shooting's at 92. It's standard. Passing's good. Dribbling's decent. A bit of physicality. So we're looking at a 3 shooting, 2 on the passing, 2 dribbling, and 5 on the physical. If we're going a bit more in... So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Oh, okay. We're going... Stop moving up. We are going no agility balance, which... Did we get any? No agility balance. Okay, so that's fine. Then, to be honest, cams normally have a pretty good amount anyway. Short pass, long pass already up there. We then have vision, bit of shot power finishing, as well as then a bit more composure onto him, up to the 96, which is nice. 5-star, 5-star, which was already there, and we end up with the tiki-taka. I mean, in terms of overall, it does give him a solid level. Now, you can either go out and out with a hunter to make him even more of a shooting cam. You could then go with an engine if you really wanted to just bump up that passing even more. You could obviously just stick with a basic, to be fair to him. Gives him a bit of an overall everywhere. Does make him into a 98 rated cam as well. So lots and lots of options that you can kind of stick with. I think if we were to go, we can't even click on the players here. If we was to go for the cams then, so let's build up a profile. So I'm thinking more cam if anything. In fact, you know what? We'll go cam, and we'll also go right mid, left wing, right wing, because I don't think you'd really go a striker in this, especially with the levels of strikers we've got. We'd then look at the rating of a max of 95, and then let's just have a look from there. Obviously, does Pele really get into anything now? I know he's got a 99, but he's got to be now in quite a few of the Evos, especially because he can go striker. I'd imagine if you was to go with one of these, you'd probably put him in that beast mode one because it does give him a solid amount. Now, obviously, I wouldn't necessarily go with him here, but it's just an interesting one. If you've held off on your Pele for this long, could this be the one that you throw him into? I mean, to be honest, you've probably gone through a lot of solid options you could have done already. As we go past all of these amounts, we have got a CR7, wouldn't really go for. Got to pick the right one as well. You could go Odegaard. Now, I don't think this was always the problem with Odegaard. He's got a left wing, which is more than fine. Like, it's a good upgrade. I don't know if I see him with a footies as well. I feel like he's probably going to end up just here, like shapeshifters, and that's it, because they're not going to be able to give everybody a card. It is going to be just what it will be. If there's only 2 more teams left, and thinking about that, we take it to the first week of August, and then we go into the second week of August. It sounds about right for the amount of new cards. Then we'll get transferred cards, maybe more SBCs, like a 99, something like Teo Hernandez. Anybody that's moved, I know they have transferred the cards, but we will get SBCs for that. And then really, it's kind of just random. It can be a kind of like a pre-warm-up for FC26. It more than likely will be something like a Cover Stars promo again. So whether I see Odegaard in there, maybe not. Now, in terms of the upgrade, 2 on the shooting, 1 on the passing, 1 dribbling, which is just a 1 composure, and a 4 on the physical. I mean, it gives him the quadruple upgrade, quadruple playstyle plus, which is massive for a card like this. If you don't really like the left wing, which, I mean, he's not terrible, but I wouldn't put him left wing in my opinion. It's not a bad upgrade to say the least. Then if we go a bit further down, Ronaldinho, could you upgrade him really there? I mean, again, dribbling's going to be not an issue for him. We more than likely, again, could see the 97 being the final Ronaldinho. Or, but to be fair, there is a lot of icons still available for SBC. So it could be that could be it, and they wait for like a cover star or not. But that's always going to be interesting. We then have what of an upgrade? We get 4 on the shooting, 1 passing, 2 on the reactions, and a bit more physicality, 7 to be exact, which is always nice. Throw in then a basic, I'd say, more so than anything. I mean, again, if you're trying to ramp him up a little bit, if then you potentially miss out on a quick step or finesse and go for that, unless you've got the 95 with like a finesse shot plus, if you can do that at all, then that would be great. If not, you could go with a finesse or go for the quick step. He's going to be great at shooting regardless. So Ronaldinho is definitely worth the mention at the minimum. Salah on this version, again, one that I guarantee Salah will end up with a footies. So it's kind of with caution. I know he's got the 97, but realistically, if you're going for a Salah, I imagine he gets a 99. I don't think they could do a footies without him. I'd imagine he'd probably come tomorrow as the 99, to be fair. Or other than that, he'll come last week. I don't think they could miss out on him, to be honest. He's been absolutely impeccable this season. They won the league. I don't see how they could give Virgil one and not Salah. So he is bound to come. So whether you'd want to waste this Evo on him is totally up to you. Most of them seem to be pretty good on that basic, to be fair. Makes him into a round 98 cam, which is always nice. Then if we go a bit further down, let's see if we can get the players in here, because that would make life a lot easier than rather than just checking all of them. No, it seems to be bugged. I don't know if we're going to get popular anytime soon, but we'll keep checking with them. Obviously, then if you're going a bit further down, Thierry Henry, probably not. If you got low driven first, I think that would work a lot more for these cards, but they obviously know that you want that. Obviously, then you've got the Cherokee, or Cherokee, however you want to pronounce his name, goes in with a tiki-taka. Might not be a bad upgrade, to say the least. I just think there is, I think 96 is that next level up there. If he was looking at kind of like having that low driven first, maybe a bit more stats on the agility balance, a little bit more on the composure in terms of players that are on the lower caliber. If you're looking at 92s, 91s, to get that 96 composure on a +4, you've got to be on that higher end already. Then if we go a bit further, you're looking at Frimpong, you're looking at Rickens again. Dybala, I mean, he's got a pinged pass, I suppose. He's not the worst card in the world. I think, again, he's got himself into the shapeshifters. I wasn't necessarily that much of a fan of him as a CDM. I think he plays more like a cam more so than anything in that CDM version. But this might not be a bad one for him. He's got the finesse already. Ping, tiki-taka. He's got himself the 5-5. Stats-wise, looking good across the board. I mean, it gives you a solid base. It most definitely does, more so than anything. So that's going to be another option that you could throw in. Which then, I imagine Pulisic could be somewhere around here as well. He'd be nice, a nice one to go with. And I think as you go further down, it's just going to be players that are just in your team rather than necessarily sought after players to do this with. I don't think there's a set regimen like how we've seen Mbappe, Cruyff, Zidane. Like there seems to be a theme of these where you're kind of just picking players that just fit it all together and maybe are in your team from another sort of Evo or something like that. So I do think when you do look at them, there definitely will be players out there. If we go to highest price, just to see if there's any that are kind of on the lower rated that I've not really thought about. Obviously, you're going to see your Mbappe still. Whether you'd put the 94 Mbappe into him, I'm like, low driven, tiki-taka, you could get the finesse on him still. So it's not a bad upgrade to say the least if you really, really wanted to with him. But I think, again, it depends on what you want from this upgrade, because we then have to wait even longer to be able to get the finesse shot. He's already got the rapid, he'd have the low driven. Really, you'd be waiting for that finesse at the minimum. So it's not the worst upgrade to say the least. 3 on the shooting, 5 passing, no dribbling, and 4 on the physical. Do we get any dribbling in general, though? We get 4 on the composure up to 95. Again, not terrible. Go with the basic, get him all the way up on that shooting. 98 cam, 96 striker. It's not the worst upgrade to say the least with him. So it will be interesting to see who comes in that popular. We will wait out and see for the popular. Would you go with Hullet? Tiki-taka, low driven. I mean, you could still go with the 94 here. You'd end up with a tiki-taka. You'd end up with a bit more dribbling. It's not the worst upgrade to say this. Now, obviously, this was an SBC, so I would be looking more at the 90, because if you didn't finish this SBC, then there's not really too much point going on about it, because obviously you can't really do him now. But if we could get the tiki-taka, in terms of stats, what we get, 4 on the shooting, 1 passing, 3 dribbling. Defending could do with some work, but you could still throw the anchor on him more so than anything. And I mean, it's a solid upgrade for him. I think it depends on what you want. Like, you've got the intercept, which is fine. Aerial's good. Bit of pinged pass, bit of tiki-taka. You just miss out on any shooting until we get into that 5th playstyle plus. So, again, not a bad upgrade to say the least. There's a few gems in there that you could definitely kind of pull away from this. If then we go down, Neymar is probably a no-go. Or, in fact, it depends if you wanted the quick step on him. I personally, as a Neymar striker or even winger, would like finesse, low driven, quick step, or rapid. He's already got the first touch, so you could potentially go with this version and then get the final upgrade, be a rapid or quick step on top with the 5th playstyle plus. But that then just requires you to miss out on any other Evos until that actually happens. So always interesting to see what you can go with. Obviously, you could, because that's going to be 4. Nothing gives you 5 at the moment. So that's kind of where you'd be at this moment in time, which isn't awful. 6 shooting, 4 passing, 7 on the physical. And I imagine we get 1 on the composure, which is nice enough. So there's definitely a few. I don't think this is a bad upgrade to say the least. What I do want to see is there any trending on foot.gg? No players yet. So we'll come back to the trending page and just see if there's anything that we've not really mentioned. So then we've got some of the populars then. So Ronaldinho obviously being up there. I mean, that's a pretty decent one. Ooh, CR7 is actually not a bad one. I wonder what upgrades, because to be fair, you could go with a striker then. So if we went for the 93, 2 on the shooting, 6 on the passing, 4 dribbling, 4 physical. It's not a bad upgrade to say the least. If you wanted to go basic, if you're making him kind of an all-round, He does have the rapid and the finesse already. Tiki-taka, low driven, throw an aerial on to end with in the 5th play star plus. It's as good as the 99. I know he's already got the 99, so if you've still got the 93, I think I've put mine into an upgrade now, but that's not awful as a shout, to be honest. Matuidi with a tiki-taka. Has he already got that upgrade? What does he get already? I mean, it doesn't look... I mean, you've got the dribbling that you can throw on him. So we've got, what was it? Is it the... Yeah, it's the 95. 10 shooting, 5 dribbling. I mean, he already has got that level. I mean... That's not bad, is it, really? If you go... I don't even know what chemistry style you'd go for, because there's no point doing passing. There's no point doing defending. Shooting's probably the only aspect that you'd want more on. 99, 97, 99, 94, 99, 96. I mean, it's a great upgrade. I know he's got himself a beautiful one here as well. Like, this is a stunning card, to say the least. So there is a lot of decent Matuidis. Obviously, Neymar was going to be there. We do have a bit of R9, but he doesn't get the finesse until a 5th play star plus, so always be wary. Henry's 94 is a great shout. Son, finesse, again, great shout as a striker. Mbappe, again, this is the one. Like, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so the Dream Chasers is the one that you want for the Mbappe. You got the low driven, the quick step, the finesse. It's really all you need. Then added the bonus of a tiki-taka, you throw something else on him. That's the perfect Evo for Mbappe, so he's obviously going to be a big name there. Got Nico Williams, obviously with a rapid finesse. You kind of get the theme here. Hullet, bit of Vieira. Vieira with the low driven's not necessarily needed too much, so I'd probably stray away. You've got then a bit of Bale. I mean, you can't really help Bale, to be fair. Messi's obviously going to come in with the low driven. 5th play star place being you don't get the rapid on him. That's the only issue. So in terms of upgrade, there's plenty that you can work with here. I think it's a decent upgrade. May not be a catastrophic, a beautiful upgrade. It's not going to be crazy amounts of stats, but it's going to be at least a solid upgrade, to say the least. So let me know who you're going to choose. Plenty to go with. Footy's Team 4 tomorrow. Let's see what we get. Peace.